I love Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He gave great speeches and his leadership inspired and galvanized the people. But by the end of his life, he seemed to have realized that he had integrated his people into a burning house. It was like we left our businesses behind and our power got scattered. It became apparent that our main goal should have been economics. Back in the day, we had our own. Our dollars stayed with us and our communities thrived. It's time for us to move past our trauma as a people, favor each other and commit to the staunch support of our businesses. Well, it's time for us to rebuild. iShop.Black is an opportunity for us to renew the spirit of Black Wall Street now, when we began to pool our nearly $2 trillion buying power on this platform. It's time to unify and again began to circulate our dollars among our own at iShop.Black. Join us at iShop.Black. Let's make every dollar count when we buy and sell with our own. Come set up your online store with us. Let's build our future together. For a limited time, only take advantage of 25% off on all subscriptions on iShop.Black. You can have your store up and running for our lowest price ever, around $26 per month. Offer expires September 30th, 2024. Scan the QR code below.
Join us for our tech podcast on Sundays at noon.
Are you tired of the rat race in America? Are you ready to visit the motherland to relax and rejuvenate? Are you ready to explore all that Africa has to offer? Then check out the brand new Diversified Game Academy course, Prepare for My First Trip to Africa. Are you worried about being able to afford the trip? We got you. We will show you how to travel either on a budget or as a baller. Learn how to stress the value of the USD. Did you know that 100 United States dollars is worth over 1,000 South African rand or 10,000 Kenyan shillings or 54,250 West African CFA? Are you worried about taking your kids? Get the game from Kelly Cash, a bona fide world traveler, having traveled to almost 20 countries, several of those in Africa. Get the game on taking your kids on their first trips. Learn how to find the best tickets, get the visas, and plan your own adventures in Africa. Don't let Eddie Murphy have all the fun. Plan your own coming to Africa trip starring you, produced by you, and featuring you. If you are ready for a life-changing experience, sign up for our course today, Diversified Game Academy. Get prepared and purchase at diversifiedgame.com.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Make sure you pick up my two books that's in Amazon right now. The first one is Passive Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy. And I talk about in that particular book how the system of white supremacy really runs and on our daily lives here in America. In our latest book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we go through those steps to try to deprogram you from the system of white supremacy. Make sure you can pick up those books on Amazon.com.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us on our stream. I know, man, my camera looking a little, what happened, earlier, my little girl came in here, and so I'm going to have to refocus my camera a little bit, zoom out a little bit. But I'll work on that later. We good. We're here. I hope the weekend was good for y'all. You know, I took Sunday off as usual. Spent time, with family. Actually went seen Chico Bean at the Improv. My cousin and her husband and, me and my wife went, and everything. Had a good time. All three of the comics were good, outside Chico Bean, all the comics were good. And it was good to have a time to go laugh. And it was good. It was good because, I needed that. I needed that laugh and just chilling, having a good time with the people. This is my first time actually going to the Improv in Houston because I went to the one in Orlando. But all the time we've been living here, we just never went to the Improv here. So I told my wife, I said, yeah, we need to start coming a little bit more often here, just hear some comedy. So shout out to all the comedians out there in America. I know that's a hard job, keeping people laugh, especially black folk, because we are a hard crowd to please. That's for sure. But I always tell people, you can make black people laugh, you're all right. You're all right. So a lot going on over the weekend. You heard that another individual tried to, take the life of Donald Trump. This is twice in about 2 months. And I want to do a whole stream on that because the part I want to go on really is if that was two black men, what the response would be in this country if two different black men tried to do that exact same thing. It's just amazing how that group of men, whether they teenagers or grown, can just do whatever in this country. And it's like, well, it's this, it's that. Oh, it's mental health. It's just, I just shake my head in it. I don't even sometimes try to think about it because it's sickening. It's like, we know who's the real violent individual is in this country. When y'all talk about January the 6th, I was talking to a brother the other day we were talking about that. I'm like, that wasn't us. It was none of us on TV acting a fool like that, which I was so proud of my people. If we wasn't doing that, it was them folks. But yet, we the violent ones? Like, really? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's a whole different conversation in a different day. I need to have that conversation. But we're going to get into this Springfield conversation tonight. Because I've been hearing a lot of messages. I've been getting people sending me messages about Springfield, trying to tell me something a little bit about it. So I want to kind of talk about that a little bit tonight because a lot of black Americans are kind of being shamed for not jumping in that. And so I want to make sure that we talk about what's possibly causing that. What has happened to possibly cause that and where black Americans were prior to maybe having those kind of thoughts and sentiments, right? But, we got about 1,000 people in here. Shout out to y'all. Keisha, them folks been violent. That's their whole history. How you think of where they got to where they at? Through straight immense violence, and so nothing has really changed, but they also have been coddled to be that way. With black people, they rule us with an iron fist in the letter of their law. But when it comes to them, well, it's an excuse. Because this dude just tried to take the life of Donald Trump and he got to get arrested. So that lets you know that. So just a couple of things. Those, as always, those who are going to Ethiopia here shortly. Well, let me see. It's October, November, January, February. About 6 months. About 6 months now. So about 6 months. Just make sure, you're keeping up with your payments and all that sort of thing. I always like to give those reminders. Also, if you download the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store, I would greatly appreciate those who have done that and has joined us there. Remember, that's the place that we can have certain conversations. I had to actually take down a video, not because YouTube made us take it down, but I took it down because what Emma was saying wasn't nothing wrong in my opinion, but YouTube demonetized the video and, because I think maybe some of y'all saw it about the trans woman in Canada getting into it with a black woman over there that just bumped into the trans woman, and it was nothing said bad in the video. But you know, I don't deal with that. You know, we had a long conversation about some of that stuff behind the scenes today. So we just took that video, put that on the app, right? That's a perfect place for it to be. I think Renell, we were discussing another video. I said, oh, if you're just going to stay like that, it's going directly to the app. So there are reports. I just even put up a report, you know, on the app about something what a white woman did to her adopted black child in a store. I put that directly on the app because I already know what was going to come out of that content. So make sure you get the app so you can see stories that we don't post to YouTube. And we have, like I say, a certain series is about to come to the app. You know, we're working on, you know, just getting some things together that I'm not having discussed yet. And but stay tuned. All right. We need to. You say you saw that? Okay, so we need to start the week off right. And how we start the week off right, you know, we got to focus on our favorite Democrat mayor of America. That's always starts my week off right. So yeah, let's get it in.
Hey guys, it's Super Mayor Tiffany A. Henry, the people's mayor.
Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet, the mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work.
What is that?
No comment. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
So this is what it's all about, guys. They don't want a black person in power. They don't want a woman in power. You ain't seen that yet. And someone so young. Everybody gotta understand, God give you what you can handle. That's what God give you. He ain't gonna give you more than that. As long as you can stay the course, fight the fight, and keep going, that's what we're gonna do here at Thornton Township.
Clerk, what are you doing? You out of order. You out of order. Did I call the roll? Did I say call the roll? I'm still speaking. You're out of order, Clerk Key. You out of order, Clerk Key. Like, stop. Y'all out of order. Everybody want to run stuff. Y'all don't run this house over here. Stop, please.
So you have to listen in order to learn. Remove her.
That's what all the hate is all about. It's all about your super mayor became too powerful too quick. So rare, so unique, and that's what everybody got power. It's all about control. And I stand in the fight because I want the boys and girls of the next generation to see what it looks like to come out of controversy and to come out of all the hatred unscathed. At the end of the day, God gives the test to his strongest soldiers. Throughout all the controversy, throughout all the drama, all the naysayers, all the haters, and I see some of y'all in the line. Let me flip the camera around so you can see them in the line. Whoop, there she go. Look, right there. Whoop, that part. But they'll tell you that. Then they get in a little hate group. But you in my line, getting food, your kids out here bouncing in a bouncy house, you on the skate rink, all that. To actually stand in the fire while doing it, and guess what? Doing good and looking good too at the same time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is your super mayor, Tiffany A. Henyard. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Class in session. Make sure you get your books. Oh, shoot. Don't want to mess up tonight. Boy, we messing something up. Hold on. That's not what we're trying to do. All right, cool. We in a perfect spot. All right, let me get my thing up here. Get all my stuff up on the screen. All right, let's see here. That's the first spot we're going to start off. So, we're getting Monday. Make sure you go to vote.gov. Get registered to vote. That way you can participate in this election that's coming up in not too long, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming up very, very fast. I will say that. We are, the 16th already? November the 5th. We'll be here quicker than you know it, especially when we're doing these live streams every night. So make sure you go to vote.gov, ladies and gentlemen. So there's a lot of conversation about Springfield, Ohio as of late. Now, just a reminder, why are we all talking about Springfield, Ohio? Well, during the debate, former President Trump decides to just go off the rails about Springfield. And if you did not hear that, I'm pretty sure by now you didn't see some of it. Let me put you in remembrance of, what am I looking at right here? Give me a second. Hold on. There we go. All right, just to put you in remembrance, let's remind you.
The United States, and a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame. As far as rallies are concerned,
All right, so that's what kind of set everything ablaze. You've been on TikTok. They didn't made a sound to it. They dancing to that. I don't know if you saw that or not, but yeah, they're dancing. They're doing all kind of things to that. Talking about eating the dogs, eating the cats. Now, when you heard that, he didn't say it was Haitians. He said they were immigrants or people, doing that to pets. Right now, prior to that, I didn't hear anything about that. But immediately they said, "Oh, he's talking about Haitian people. This is what he's talking about." So JD Vance, he's one of the main ones. He's a senator from Ohio. He is the vice presidential candidate. Let me say that with Trump, and he's been saying a lot of that about the dogs and the cats and all of that. I'm going to play a clip from the governor of Ohio speaking on that issue because. I personally haven't heard that before. That's why when he said in the debate, I actually started laughing. I was like, man, what is this dude talking about? Eating cats and dogs. Who doing that? I mean, like, if you want to keep it 100, just keep it 100. The people I've heard, that has been around talking about cats and dogs wasn't Haitians. Okay, I'm talking about in the United States. It was not Haitians. It was certain Asian groups. That's the ones I've always heard growing up. That people have said that about cats. Listen, you can't tell me you didn't hear that growing up or rumors of that. Or some people say, I don't know about that. Or where all the stray cats and dogs at? Because I don't see them no more since they didn't came in here. It wasn't Haitians. It was them. I'm just being real. Any black person noticed, say, I don't know about going to that spot over there. Because, come on, let's. Now, we covered this last week, The Watcher. That person that did that in Canton, Ohio, we covered that last week. It was not Springfield. That woman was an American citizen. She was on drugs, so people knew her in the community, and she did that. Okay? One thing that we don't do here, we don't put out reports that's just not verified, or we look at information because other people may not do that, and other social media. Whatever they do is what they do. Here, we try to be a respectable platform here, and we trying to make sure to do the right thing for our audience. And also, if something changed, hey, let me know. We'll turn back around and report it tomorrow. But let's put out at least what the governor had to say, and which is a Republican governor, Governor Mike Dewine. What did he have to say about this issue? And the issue for me tonight is not about cats and dogs. It's really not. I'm going somewhere else with this, but let me get this out here. So hold on.
Well, I think we should take the word of the city manager and the mayor that they've found no credible evidence of that story of Haitians eating pets. I think it's important for us to really focus in Springfield, and this is what we have done, on what's important. Take a community where they now have an additional 15,000 people come in. That's very, very unusual.
You also have to put into the factor in that if you are someone that.
Okay, that's Al right there, and I'll get to Al here in a minute. But the issue is he's saying that there's not that going on. He's a governor. He's a Republican. Then I haven't heard or seen some quite evidence of that happening. I mean, I have to see the evidence, okay? We're an evidence-based people. Anything that people say about us here, we want to make sure to say, okay, here's the video, here's this. If something changes, we want to report that, put that out here, right? But once again, it's not about dogs and cats. That's not what it is for me at all, okay? But let's get to Al Sharpton because I'm going somewhere with this.
Is anti-Haitians in Springfield or coming in to think you're defending the people of Springfield whose pets are being eaten up. Any black walking around Springfield looks Haitian. I mean, it is racist. It is a clear threat to people. And just like I denounce whoever's trying to assassinate Donald Trump for whatever reasons, they should denounce the fact that they are inciting nuts to feel that they can go into Springfield and save pets. That's those kinds of jaded thinking is what leads to killings.
Okay. All right. So Al Sharpton says that we all look the same. Actually, we don't. If you know our people and you can see other people from the diaspora, we don't look the same. You can always look at a few things outside of our voice, our mannerisms. You can look at styles of dress. You can look at a whole lot of things with people. You can hear accents from people, even if they've been growing up here. If they grew up in a household and they speak a different language, we can hear your accent. Even when you speak in English, a lot of times we hear your accent. Sometimes it's the hairlines. Yes, the hairlines is a real thing. It's certain features that others have that we don't have as Black Americans. Like, I can tell an African right off the bat when I see them. Like, it's three things that I see with Africans versus us. A lot of things. Hairlines is one thing that I've seen, but not all, because the Zulus have the same hairlines we have, so it's not all of them. Okay, it's the ones that we see. The hairline is we always can tell. Of course, culture is different. Of course, the nose and mouth area looks a lot different than ours. From what I see, it definitely, I can tell right up in here. A lot of times, Africans, just they don't got to open their mouth, and I can just tell. And a lot of you can tell the difference with Africans and Black Americans or somebody from different places. We can tell. We can tell. So no, we're not all the same. We're not. And there's nothing wrong with being different. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. So Al Sharpton, what he's trying to do is he's trying to say, oh, Black Americans, this is targeting you. No, it's not. Because Black Americans have not been known to do things like this. Now, I'm speaking about the United States. I'm not speaking about actually the country of Haiti. I've seen videos in Haiti where some of these things were happening. I've seen the video clear as day. Some of the markets they have over there, some of them practice some of that. But we're talking about in America. We're not talking about actual Haiti in certain places. We're talking about America. I have not heard that commentary about you have a lot of Haitians in Florida. I haven't heard that commentary about them in Florida, because if you're going to hear it, it would be in Florida, because that's where the bulk of them at. You got some in New York. I haven't heard that commentary out in New York. You'd have heard it prior, right? Once again, this is not about dogs and it's not about cats, because them folks, they love dogs and cats way more than they love people. They love dogs and cats way more than they love Black folk. Trust me. I've seen how they are with these animals, and that's why a lot of Black folks don't like, nah, I'm cool with taking your cooking. Nah, I'm cool. I don't want nothing, because you had a cat on the counter. You had a dog laid up with you in everywhere. No, I'm cool. But the issue is, remember when prior to delineation movement, okay? This is prior to the delineation. Black Americans were the biggest people promoting Pan-Africanism. Black Americans always said, hey, we need to join with our brothers and sisters in Africa. We need to join with our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean. We need to join with our brothers and sisters that's in Latin America, or if they're in Asia or wherever they at. Let's all join together under one banner and work together as a global Black people, right? Let's just do this. And so even when our brothers and sisters in the civil rights movement even helped fight to get some of them over here, because they couldn't have come over here prior to our fight with the civil rights movement. They didn't want none of them here, okay? In the diaspora, they didn't want them. So our mindset was, these are our brothers and sisters. Look at what's happening to them in these countries due to the policies of the United States government and the Western powers. Hey, let them come over here. We can get with them. They get with us. We work together, X, Y, Z. That was very noble to think that way. That was very loving to think that way. But the unfortunate part, those who came over here did not want to be on some unity, did not want to be on some Pan-Africanism, did not want to work together. What happened? When they started coming over here, they started to do what, ladies and gentlemen? Separate themselves into their own communities. Haitians separated themselves into little Haiti, okay? You have different Nigerians. They separated themselves into their communities. You have, let's say, anybody you could think of, right? Any group that's in a diaspora, the Somalis, you could think about them, how they separated themselves away from Black America. And then when you with Black people, be like, you know, well, y'all Black. No, we ain't Black. We are not Black, right? And for years we were told it wasn't just a Dominican saying it. I ain't Black, I'm Dominican. It's not. It's like it's put on them more, but they are not the only ones. They have said that. They delineated when they came here. Black Americans wanted to be on some, we are brothers, we are sisters, we need to work together, stick together. How many of y'all remember that? It would even hurt Black Americans that they were delineating and delineating with their whole chest with it. And it was something that some people put together on X, some tweets. If you can kind of look at it on the screen, if you can't, you know, they kind of put this together where people are saying, I'm Haitian, not Black. I'm not Black, I'm Haitian, duh. Another one say, I'm not Black, I'm Haitian. Zoes travel to Haiti and back. Yanks travel to county jail and back. Another one down here saying, I'm not Black, I'm Haitian. They keep saying it over and over and over. I'm not Black, I'm not Black, I'm not Black. I'm glad it said, I'm Dominican and Haitian and not Black. You know, so I'm just kind of, you know, one at the top say, ew, I would never date a Black man. It's a Haitian woman saying this, right? I had a Haitian woman last year make a video to me or referring to some things that I said about, you know, what we deal with is anti-Black racism. And she would say, oh, y'all with this Black thing and y'all need to get over that. And, you know, they're quick to tell us what we need to get over. But yeah, you came here because of our struggle. And we said for a long time that, look, we dealing with anti-Black racism. Y'all Black like us. Let's go on and work together. No. Y'all always talking about the white man. Y'all talking about reparations. Y'all stop being lazy, XYZ. And we tried to say for years, hey, let's work together. We do better working together. Nobody wanted to work with us. We talking about in the United States. I'm not talking about nobody in Haiti. I'm not talking about nobody in their countries, because from my experience, when I go to the countries, it's all love. It's no problem. But we talking about in the United States only. This is a United States conversation. It's a lot of you who have had those experiences. I'm not saying every Haitian person was rude or that way. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying this some experiences people have had, the delineation. Black Americans are the last person that got the message about delineation. And yes, Keisha said basically Trump and JD Vance gave them their N-word wake-up call. Yes, they did. See, some of them feel, well, I'm not Black, I'm this, I'm Dominican, I'm this, I'm that. So I'm an immigrant, and the Democrats prefer me over those Black Americans, those slaves. They prefer me. Look at all the stuff I'm getting. The Democrats are doing this and the Democrats are doing that. But right now, what are the Democrats are doing? They're not going to do nothing to Trump or JD Vance. They're not going to do a thing. Now the calls are, where's Black Americans? Where are we are brothers. Now we are brothers. The Somalis tried the same thing too. I ain't forgot about the Somalis in Minnesota. When Muhammad Noor had shot that lady, that Justine Ruzzik lady, okay? He shot her one time. And in my opinion, what Muhammad Noor done at that time period, he done nothing wrong. He done nothing wrong in my opinion. And they still put Muhammad Noor in jail. And the Somalis at that time period was realizing, wait a minute, I'm getting treated no different than those FBAs. Then they're like, oh, Black Lives Matter. Oh, now we talking about Black Lives Matter. All before, you didn't want to talk about no Black Lives Matter. You didn't want to work together with Black Americans. You didn't want to do that. You wanted to delineate yourself. So when you get in trouble with them folks, and we've been telling a lot of y'all that them folks don't like you. I don't care what them Democrats say about you better and all of that. They are running the biggest con on y'all, and now you're starting to see it. And see, when you have delineated yourself away from Black Americans, when you didn't want to accept, let's work together as brothers, let's work together as sisters, you didn't want to do that, right? You say that you not black. Now you black. It doesn't matter what Al Sharpton says. This is the truth that we have been seeing. And the error is not in Black America right now. The error is in those in the diaspora that came over here and separated yourself, delineated yourself, not because you just want some cultural familiarity. It's not that. You separate yourself because you thought that them folks, if you separate yourself and say, I'm not black, I'm this, then them folks will give me just a little bit more favor with them in society and like me a little better than those Black Americans. And when we come full circle, the Black Americans were right the whole time with you. Do you really think that the Democrats care about African immigrants, Caribbean immigrants, I'm going to say Black Latin American immigrants? Do you really think they care about y'all like that? The African immigrants were protesting in New York because they were saying they're not getting the help. They're not getting all the EBT and all these different things that all the other Venezuelans and all the rest of them were getting, the lighter skinned ones. They're getting all this help, but the African ones weren't getting a thing. Of course, you're not going to get a lot of help. Why? Because you are no different to them than I am. And instead of you coming in this country and saying, okay, let me go to the people who built this country. Let me go to the people who have dealt with these people for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. Let me go to them because they got the playbook on these people and how we need to move as a group. You reject all that knowledge. You feel that you're better. And I don't understand why you feel like you're better. Listen, let me tell you something. How are you going to feel like you're better leaving where you're from and saying that you coming here to the United States of America for a better life? Why do you feel like you're better coming here? Because if you were better, you wouldn't be here. Because you would be better in your own place. I can't go to somebody else's house and say I'm better, but then I'm homeless literally. And if I wouldn't have went to their house, I wouldn't have had a house. How can me, if I was homeless, come into your house and say I'm better than you and you got a house, you got a car, you got everything I don't have, but I'm better than you? That most people say, dude, what's wrong with you? Where your arrogance come from that you're better? Well, my culture is better. Well, if your culture was better, why didn't make it work where you were from? Brother, sister, why you didn't make it work where it was from? When I go to other countries, I go in the spirit of humility. I don't go over there to no country I've ever been to and like I'm better. I don't care if I make more money than them. I don't care if I got other positions. I don't care if I'm going on TV. I don't care if it's a brother or sister that's working in waiter or waitress. I am at their level. I am equal to them because I'm not going over to nobody's country thinking I'm better. I'm not better than nobody. I'm equal to everybody. And when people meet me, when those who have will know that. Hey, brother, hey, sister, how you doing? And XYZ. I don't think I'm better than nobody. I don't come in nobody's country swinging my American flag either. I go to nobody's country swinging the American flag around and all the American flag. Oh, I love America. Oh, America is this, America is that. Oh, America, America. I don't do that. That's another thing. And that's something, maybe y'all can help me with this. I don't understand that concept. You move to America, and it's not one group. It's just about all of them. You move to America, and you swinging your flag, your foreign flag, hard too. And I'm like, oh, I love my country. But I'm trying to figure that out. If I love my country, wouldn't I be there? I'm just trying to, but like I said, I'm not right for everything I say. I just want to know, I just want some understanding. You say you love your country and you're swinging your foreign flag, but you here and you don't even want to go back. Well, what Kodak Black said, he not trying to go over there to no Haiti. That's what Kodak Black said, he Haitian. He not even trying to go over there. I'm trying to figure that out. It don't matter where the immigrants come from. They all want to swing their flag. I'm like, I don't know. I just wouldn't do that in another country. Just swinging the American flag all over the place. And, oh, I love America. And, just got America. I'm draped in American gear. And people probably be looking at me like, well, you love America. Why don't you just go back to America? Why are you here? You know what I'm saying? But this is what happens. Brothers and sisters in the diaspora that come to America. This is what happens when you think you know better. I wouldn't dare go to your homeland and you're telling me how to move. You're telling me what's going down. I wouldn't dare go into your country and say, I'm better than you. I know better than you. I'm just going to separate from you. I'm going to do this and do that. And you like, bruh, that's not the business what you're doing. I'm telling you, you're going to run into trouble. And then and then I run into trouble. And then now I come to y'all like, hey, man, we brothers. And you're like, oh, now you want to be a brother when I told your silly behind that when you got here, what not to do or what not to say. And now you in trouble. Now I'm cool. And that's what you're running into right now, Black Americans. Black Americans say, no, we are not worrying about other groups in this country unless you have been a true ally. See, if you'd came in here on some Pan-Africanism, if you'd came in here on some unity, then this wouldn't even be a problem right now. This would not have been a problem. This would never been a problem. And now it's not just one group, it's every group. Because it's other groups that's trying to shame Black Americans. Why don't y'all getting involved? When Ukraine and all that stuff happened, right? And remember the Nigerians and all of them, who were they calling on? They weren't calling on the Nigerian government. They were calling on Black Americans. Hey, look what's going on with us. Say something, right? And yes, I said something because it was wrong. Most of us will say something because it's wrong, but nobody calls on their own homeland and their own people to speak up when something happening to them that's anti-Black racism. They always call in the Black Americans. It's like, racism? Call Black Americans. Don't call nobody else. Call our icons, call our celebrities, call everybody when something going on. I'm getting people sending me messages. Hey, look at this. This is racism. This is Black. We all brothers. And then, okay, where was that brotherhood prior to all of this mess that's going on right now by the cats and dogs? I know that mess was BS because I ain't heard nothing like that. Why you think I didn't make a bunch of news reports about it? Only thing I kind of heard was about the ducks and the geese. I heard that. Repeatedly. Okay, but the dogs and the cats, we didn't talk about that here. Because to me, until I get something credible, it just doesn't make sense. But some saying, well, it's racism and this and that. Of course, when it comes to you being a person that is of African descent, Black descent, Caribbean descent, of course there's going to be some anti-Black racism. Duh. Like what? You come to the country that was built on slavery. Let's think about this. You come to a country that's built on slavery, that we, Black Americans, were enslaved for 250 years. The wealth of America came through slavery. And this is where you wanted to import yourself to. The foundation of this country is slavery, is pillaging, is violating women, men, and children. It's taking the life of people. It's medical experiments. All kind of things has been done to Black Americans. You come to the land of Jim Crow. You come to the land of segregation. You come to the land of sharecropping, the land of the black codes. You come to the land of the Ku Klux Klan. You immigrate over here. And then you thinking everything gonna be all good all the time, but the legacy of all of that is in the foundation of America. Anti-Black racism is the foundation. You're not the same like the Hispanic immigrant, brother. You're not the same like the Asian immigrant, sister. You're not the same. You're not the same like that Ukrainian that's imported over here too. That Ukrainian go get all kind of things and you're not going to get much of nothing. You going to be the problem. It's not going to be that Ukrainian. It's not going to be that Asian, that East Indian. It's not going to be them. It's going to be you. Or they may say, oh, yeah, you're better, but you're going to get limited resources. The rest of them going to get all the resources. Think about it. When you seeing most of these people being moved into neighborhoods, they're not moving the Haitians into the black communities in Chicago. Who they moving into the black communities in Chicago? Not the Haitians. They moving the Venezuelans. If they should have moved anybody over there, shouldn't have been the Haitians. But they're not doing that. When I was in Chicago, I didn't see a bunch of Haitian immigrants. I saw the Venezuelans and all the other ones that came up here at the time I was in Chicago, but I didn't see a bunch of Haitians. You understand what I'm saying? You got your Brandon Johnsons and all them. They're not even prioritizing us, and we are the foundation of America. They're not even prioritizing. Look at what Brandon Johnson is doing. He's prioritizing everybody else except Black Americans. So why do you think that you're going to get? Listen, when they had that secret job fair, we covered it in Chicago. All of the immigrants that were in there were the Venezuelans and anybody else from Latin America. It was not the Haitians. It was not the African, all the different African groups. It wasn't the Black Latinos. It was the others. So even if you're an immigrant, they do not prefer you because they look at you no different than they look at us. But you decided that you were better and you wanted to delineate. You thought you knew them folks real well. And all you guys complain about slavery and all get over slavery and this and that and the third about the white man. If y'all stop talking about the white man and do this and that and the third, now you're dealing with the white man, okay? And now, because you didn't want to unify, and Black Americans that say, okay, cool, everybody gonna handle their own community now. We're gonna handle our own. Now here you come, like what was the movie Halle Berry? What was the, you remember that, what was the name of that movie? Was it called Queen? Was it that movie? When she came into that church house after them folks and then threw her out, and now she wants to come in the church house talking about she black. I can't use the word she used, but now all of a sudden she black. When them folks done with you, them folks cannot prioritize. Then it's the thing. Well, also what they're saying, they're fear mongering with y'all. They're saying, oh my God, 15,000 Haitians have showed up. Oh my God. Now they have brought way more than 15,000 of those from Venezuela and putting them in all these cities. Do you see them panicking about all these Venezuelans being put? These Venezuelans are running around here with gangs committing crimes. I don't hear a bunch of Haitian gangs coming from Haiti doing any of that. And even with that mess, it's kind of kid gloves how they deal with them. Look at New York, how they were attacking cops. It wasn't a bunch of Haitians that did it. It wasn't no African immigrants or a bunch of Caribbean immigrants or black Latinos doing it. No, it was them others. Do you see them all tripping out about them? Them dudes beat up on a cop and got right out of jail and throwing the finger. Haitian community, do you pay attention to that? How your Democrat friends don't prefer you. They want to use you to cause a wedge in this country with black Americans, and some of you ate it up. And you delineated it, but now since that delineation it caught up with your behind, now you want to holler at the brothers and sisters here in America. I'm just trying to tell these brothers and sisters the truth. I got love for the brothers and sisters in the diaspora. I really do. Many of them watch the platform. I meet them in the street from all over the world, even right here in America. I've met Jamaicans that watch the platform. I've met Haitians. I've met Ethiopians. I've met all kind of people right here in America that watch the platform, and I appreciate them watching it. But I have to tell y'all the truth. You're moving wrong in the United States of America. I'm not going to go to Jamaica and not listen to you. I'm not going to go to Ethiopia and not listen to Ethiopians. I'm not going to go to Ghana and not listen to Ghanaians. I'm going to say, okay, that's what I need to do. I'm going to move the way y'all say I need to move because this is your homeland. It's not mine. So we're telling you this is our homeland. You're not better. You're not better. This is our homeland. You listen to what we say do, and your life will go good. You don't do what we tell you do, and you're going to be out there by yourself. And that's what's happening right now. It don't matter what Al Sharpton say. Al Sharpton don't have no pulse on Black America. Nobody listen to him. People look at him as a clown. He's a clown. I rather the overweight Al Sharpton. You bring him back. That's the one I want back, not this one. Al's a clown. And check this out. Where's Vice President Kamala Harris, Miss Immigration herself? Where's she at? Remember, when Trump said about the cats and dogs, she wasn't appalled by it. She laughed. Okay, hold on. Just remind y'all. Watch it.
The reason they go is they like what I say. They want to bring our country is being lost. We're a failing nation. And it happened 3.5 years ago. And what's going on here, you're going to end up in World War III, just to go into another subject. What they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
I told y'all, she laughed about it. She laughed. She didn't look appalled. She was laughing. I mean, well, look, I ain't gonna lie. I laughed too. I bust out laughing. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta keep it 100. But I ain't running to be president either. She is. I'm not the king of immigration. She's the queen of immigration. So she should have been offended by that. But she laughed just as much as I laughed about it. And a lot of you watching right now, you laughed about it too. Don't lie. You laughed. I mean, I couldn't believe what he said. I had to wind that back. I was like, did he just say what I thought he just said? I couldn't believe that junk. That's why I'm kind of disappointed in not having a debate, because I know he's going to say something crazy that's funny. That's just Trump. Yeah, everybody laughed. Man, everybody laughed at that when he said that. Don't lie. I didn't lie. I was like, I couldn't believe he said it because it came out of nowhere. It just came out of, it was like the most outlandish thing I ever heard, but she laughed about it. She laughed. So, you know, if the queen of immigration or queen of open borders is laughing about it, like come on. But black immigrants, listen, y'all need to have a immigrant meeting. and y'all need to all meet together and figure this thing out, okay? And say, look, I think we've kind of crossed the red line with the FBAs. They're not coming to our rescue no more. And one thing about them folks, let me tell you about them folks. When they see you have no protection from the FBAs, they will become relentless to you because they're going to realize, oh, shoot, you're by yourself. That's why when people like Candace Owens and anybody else that has just greatly offended the black community in America, and when they go after people like her or whoever else, she's by herself. Nobody's coming to her rescue. Why? Because you decided to be on the outs of black America. Let me tell you something. I told y'all that I am not going to do anything. Well, I'm going to be on the outs with black America. Ain't happening. Yes, I know we got our issues with black Americans. Yes, I got to deal with things that I probably shouldn't have to deal with, that other communities don't have to deal with, dealing with black people. But I'm sorry, I'd rather the headaches of black America than be on the outs with black America. Black America will give you several chances, even if you mess up. They give you several chances. They'll say, look, God, you're going to want us to forgive, and we not perfect. But look, you keep crossing the line and you get on the outs of black America, you done messed up. Because black Americans aren't like them folks where the first time you cross them, you're done. We are not like that. We're very forgiving. Even right now, there's still some black folks who be like, well, if you do this and that and the third, maybe we can overlook some things. If you come and apologize, you come grovel a little bit, if you come, do some things in the community for a time and show that you're genuine, maybe we'll see about possibly letting you back. They got some people still like that because they have a bleeding heart for the community, right? But if you're not willing to go through that and really to work together or truly work together, then that's why people now say, I'm good. Because you have to think about it. When y'all delineate it, let me tell you the truth why a lot of black Americans don't really want to fool with a lot of you right now, or at least coming to your defense. We expect the rejection and anti-black racism from the folks or other groups. But we don't sit up here and expect anti-black American prejudice, anti-black American discrimination in a lot of ways from other people in the diaspora that's coming to the country that we set a lane open for you to come to. And for you to, when you say, oh, I'm successful, oh, I have a house, I have this, I have that, and look, I'm not trying to be mean, I'm keeping it real. Listen, when you say the success, I'm like, define success. Because what have you done here that black Americans haven't done even all the way back to slavery? We've had black people who were free black people who were rich, even in slavery, even after slavery. Black people have created inventions, medical advancements, all kinds of things that we've done in this country. How are you more successful than black Americans as a collective? And you look at the statistics, you're not more successful than black Americans as a collective because not enough of you to be successful more than black Americans. I don't see the Robert Smiths of your group. Now, Rihanna's up there, right? But she's not Haitian, but, she's Caribbean. Okay, she's up there. But how much of her money is liquid? We don't know. We really don't know. But what I'm saying is, it's not a lot of you. So when you come over here and say, oh, we're more successful than black Americans, how? I'm trying to figure that part out. Listen, we want you to be successful. We want that. At least I'm going to speak. I want you to be successful. I do. I don't want you to live in squalor or nothing like that. If you leave your homeland to come over here, then I want you to be, do good. I want you to. I want you to get your education. I want you to get some businesses. When you get these businesses, hire some black Americans in your businesses. At least that, do that much. Create some good jobs and all that. I'm with that. But if you come over here, okay, you got a job or a business and you think you're better than black Americans, like you're going down the wrong path because you're cutting yourself off from people that could help you. Once again, I'm not going to go to no other country and cut myself off from the majority of the people that can help me. That's silly. So like if I go to South Africa, I'm in Kenya, I'm not cutting myself off from the Kenyans and say I know better, or the South Africans. And the only reason you hear me mention those countries a lot is because we have divisions of our company in those countries. So I'm not going to cut myself off from them over there. I'm not. That's stupid. That's their homeland, not mine. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to get, connections. It's going to be through them. It's not going to be with me. Just like here, if you come here, holler at the Black Americans, work with the Black Americans, you're going to get some connections and whatever. The thing is, we'll take you in. So, hey, yeah, that brother from, he's from Congo. Oh, really? He said, when you got here, man? Oh, man, I got here this time, man. I'm just trying to learn. I'm like, man, come on, man. We got you. And that's how we are. We're not trying to reject none of y'all. But when you come over here and reject the Black Americans, actually, they won't tell you this because it's their pride, but it was hurtful for you to do that. Other people that look like you have a disdain like them folks do. Have a disdain. Then some of you will come here and say, well, I was watching TV and that's how I got this opinion. Well, what in the world are y'all watching? Because I've been to y'all countries. I've seen the TV. I don't see nothing on there teaching about Black Americans so bad. I've seen all the TV channels that y'all have. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm trying to figure that part out. Then the same people showed us negative things about you too. They told us about, don't go over there. You're going to get AIDS. That's what they said. Did that stop Black Americans from trying to do anything, even though we know them folks put that over there? Because it wasn't y'all over there getting it like that. Who got together talking about AIDS for Africa? Black Americans. Y'all remember the song "We Are the World"? That wasn't for Black Americans. We Are the Children. You remember that song? All our great Black American icons were singing for AIDS for Africa. Our Black American icons were fighting for Brother Nelson Mandela to get out of prison. They had no benefit for us. We've always stood 10 toes down for all those brothers and sisters all over the world. So then when you come here and then, I'm better than you. I ain't Black, I'm this. Like, huh? So now the reaction of delineation, you can't get mad about it. Because that's just people saying, okay, enough is enough of the disrespect. I'm not going to have somebody keep slapping me in the face. I'm going to just do me and let you do you, and let's see how that works out. You understand? You say you remember that? Yeah. We are the world, we are the children. Yeah, I remember all of that when that went down. Yeah, it's a nice song. But that's why we just can't take the disrespect, because we stood 10 toes down for everybody in the diaspora. No matter who they were, everybody we were staying 10 toes down for. Anytime them folks done y'all something, we always spoke up, say, you ain't treating them like that. No. And when we quiet, that's when they get away with a whole lot. Yeah, you say Mama Deb say as a little girl, you went door to door collecting money for UNICEF to send food to starving Africans, right? And then I learned out of all of that, them folks was hustling and stealing money. I found that mess out by going over there. They go over there to the slum in Kenya and Kibra and, look, we need to raise money for these poor people in the slum, and they don't get none of it when they go talk to them. That's the thing. That's why I would never give my money to none of these folks' organizations to give no money to no poor community. I'd rather take the money myself and go to that community and give them the money in their hand. I don't trust none of them people. Once I figured out that's a hustle, no. But, back then we didn't know. We thought these groups was nice and they're Christian organizations, just like Sally Struthers and all that. Talking about Feed the Children, Children's Christian Fund and all these things like that. Because I remember Sally Struthers is one of the main ones had me like, ooh, Ethiopia. I don't know if I want to go over there. Look at them kids. That was Sally Struthers putting them images out. And then when the first time I went to Ethiopia, I was like, man, I wonder, back in 2018, I was so like curious. And then I get there, I ain't seen nobody like that over there. I say, why is Sally Struthers relying on them people like that? Even back in that time period, yeah, they had people had some issues with dog. Come on. But yeah, Sally Struthers, boy, like, ooh, boy, I don't know about going over there, man. Look at their bellies, look at them ribs and flies. And boy, them children looking so, ooh, Lord. And Sally Struthers, she ate pretty good in that time period. Sally Struthers. And she's standing next to them children. Sally Struthers, she had a big back. I don't know what she looked like. Is she still alive, Sally Struthers? She's standing next to them children talking about 10 cents a day and all of that. But, shout out to Sally Struthers. Shout out to her. Yeah, everybody used to watch her infomercials. Everybody. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. It's about that time on the stream. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Make sure you click the like button. And just want to say, hey, correct the error of your ways, brothers and sisters in the diaspora. Understand that Black Americans have never been your enemy. So have some people been like, on one, but hey, we on one with each other sometime, right? But when the rubber meets the road, we always, as Black Americans, we will work with each other, and we don't technically have problems with other people. If you want to be truly a family, then you just come and say, hey, I want to be a family, and you show yourself to be family. But if you come in here and we see your tweet saying, I ain't Black, I'm Haitian. I ain't Black, I'm this. I ain't, you better, then understand, just like that Christian Obenselli's family, where he was talking, calling us Akata and all of that. When his family needed Black Americans and they see he was on that Akata mess, Black Americans say, nah, player, you good. Handle that with them folks. And left them out there by themselves. So if you don't want to be in those positions or like what's happening now, reconcile with Black America. It's the only thing I can tell you. You don't have to listen to me. You can keep doing what you're doing, but we know this country. You don't. All right, we'll see you tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on